Roach Ladden's son come here for carnival if you'll interview me.
But how can you defend one shot, one kill?
What? You want me to throw a pillow at him?
I didn't say that.
No, well, if a roach jumps in front of you now, what will you do?
Run.
Oh, Jesus, Lord Father.
Pests bothering you? Call Terminix at 672-5007 or 672-0042 or visit our website at terminix.co.tt for a free quote and consultation. Join our fight against pests.
Lasso Frame Maritime Limited, the best in marina services. At our facilities, security checks ensures that all vehicles are secured. Our newly renovated bathrooms are always kept in a clean working order. Need repairs and maintenance? We have you covered. Our qualified workmen will get the job done. Boat storages, from our marina, you can easily push off for a family sailing trip. Out fishing with the boys. Or a fun DDI experience with friends. Repairs, secured parking, extensive camera system, boat charters, boat rentals, down the island parties. Contact us at 1-868-634-1653. Lasso Frame Maritime Limited, the best in marina services. Life's better on a boat.
There's a taste in the air everywhere. Feel the vibe, cause it's something to share. Smooth, rich and creamy, you'll find it right here. Makes you smile, relax a while, it's fun and good cheer. Ooh, enjoy every scoop. Ooh, every taste will get you hooked. We have flavors that you love, a combination special. Come along, enjoy our treats. This is Uncle Pete's.
The fact that they ask the questions, those challenging questions that no other media house would ask. So, shed light on those things that are in the dark, those stories that no one else wants to cover.
I grew up reading The Guardian, actually. It's a household name.
About The Guardian, one thing that I like, the human interest stories have increased.
See the investigative pieces on the human trafficking. I find that very interesting.
You go more in depth
on sports, especially local sports, and that's one of my highlights for The Guardian.
Yeah, I've been in Ghana since The Guardian started coming out, started working. I was a newspaper man.
Because the stories that are being covered are well detailed and you get more facts.
At this point in time, I really like the Spanish section.
I'm glad I like it. Like to know everything what is going on with us.
Also, I think the editorials, I think they're doing a good job on this speaking the truths, and they're challenging the government to make things better.
Me in particular, of recently, the last 2-3 months, I've been reading The Guardian. I'm seeing a lot of news about the neighborhoods and the communities, and I even saw my community featured, and I was proud.
The Guardian.
The Guardian?
Guardian.
Trinidad Guardian.
The Guardian.
The Guardian.
Trinidad Guardian. The Guardian is my first choice.
James Barracks for the Ascension tournament. Today's match is Central FC versus CSW. My name is Jovan Ravello, joined as always by my co-commentator Jassi Marik.
Good afternoon, Jovan. Good afternoon to all viewers tuning into this evening's Central Derby. Of course, these two teams not too well placed on the standings, hoping to affect their fortunes today with a full 3 points where possible. Central FC and the Central Soccer World taking on each other here from the St. James Barracks, and they'll have some work to do this afternoon considering what happened, what transpired last evening at the Arima Velodrome in Arima. We'll have highlights of those matches. First off, we had Moruga FC taking on AC Port of Spain, and of course early on AC Port of Spain looking to be the more dominant of these two teams. They got their first goal via Michel Punandron in the 39th minute via the header, and of course they fashioned several chances after that, including this one which resulted in a goal for Sai Charles after many attempts himself. Jaheim McPhee was provided on this attempt as Che Benny waltzed around the Moruga FC goalkeeper, making it 3-0, and then we saw this dangerous tackle from the substitute Isaiah McLean. He was sent off for that high boot to the face of the Moruga FC goalkeeper. It didn't affect Central too much. They continued to come forward, and this time Cyril McLean notched an item. He would go on to score a hat-trick in that affair, but not before a really neat finish here from Atiba Charles from Moruga FC. Still though, it wasn't enough as McLean knocked in his second, and then he was brought down for the penalty, leading to his third item from the spot. Great returns from that man on screen, Cyril McLean.
In the second match between Depot PF and Westford, they went ahead early in the 4th minute through Akinola Gregory. Then a penalty. Mark Ramdeen. Apologies. It wasn't a penalty. Here's the penalty. Isaiah Garcia there winning that penalty for Depot PF. He had a really strong performance. Akinola Gregory tucking it under Poon Lewis in the Depot goal. In the Westford goal, my apologies. Houghton Hector with a brilliant turn here to set up Andre Pacheco for the third in the 55th minute. Great goal there. Ramdeen again causing trouble down the left side. That man earning a yellow card was Haile Farrell. Garcia again full of running for this whole match, setting up Houghton Hector for the fourth in the 74th minute. Great play on the overlap there to find Hector, who had bossed the midfield and deserved that goal. 4-0 the final score in that match.
So two high-scoring affairs from the Arima Velodrome last evening, and congratulations to the winners of those matches, Deportivo Point Fortin, who you just saw, and in the earlier match, AC Port of Spain over Moruga FC. Here at the St. James Barracks, we told you it's a Central derby of sorts. Central FC, the Central Sharks, taking on Central Soccer World. Earlier we heard from both teams as to their aspirations in this match and beyond.
We're here with Drake Williams from Central FC. Drake, can you tell me how you feel about this match?
I think today we have a good chance of winning. I think it's late along in the season and we started slow. So I think together as a team we got better. So.
Spoken about your slow start, it's been kind of up and down for Central this season. How do you plan to adjust that going into the second round?
I think as a team we getting better at executing what we try and training, and I think once we do that it will work well.
As a young squad, how are you guys learning the game through each other? How are you all hoping to gel as you move forward?
Well, to be honest, I just say it up and down, but I think it's coming together well. I think we just had to work harder and communicate more, come together and we'll execute it.
What kind of expectations do you have for this match?
I believe once we play well and do what we do, we'll come out successful.
Drake Williams from Central FC. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks.
here with Central Soccer World captain Ryan Frederick. Ryan, can you tell me what are your thoughts ahead of this match against Central FC?
Well, today is basically to try and do better than we did last week, because last week we had a poor start against Police, so we come out today to get a better result than last week.
Are you banking on the familiarity that your team now has with this Police ground?
Mainly according to the surface with the weather, because last week it was a little bit slippery. I want to see the rain fell again, so yeah, we could bank on the familiarity of the weather.
How does your team deal with the ups and downs of a season like this?
Right now we trying to cope with it as best as we can, because as I said before, we very disappointed in the start we had, and we just trying to keep together as a group and push forward as best as we can.
As a leader, what role do you play in keeping the team together?
I just try to keep the vibes in the camp are positive vibes, so that everyone can feel comfortable and continue to come out and put in the hard work, so we could try and start to get the results on the pitch.
And what do you expect from this match that you have this afternoon?
Well, today we can't expect nothing but 3 points, but we will do our best to get the 3 points.
Thank you very much, Ryan Frederick, captain of CSW.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
So some great introspection from either team ahead of kickoff in today's Central Derby. Central FC taking on Central Soccer World. If their intentions serve them well, both teams stand to benefit today. Of course, we can see them twinned at near the bottom of the standings. Central FC on 5 points from 7 matches played, and Central Soccer World on 4. A win for Central FC could propel them up to 7th, and similarly, if Central Soccer World are able to get 3 points today, they can also move themselves up the table if even just a bit. At the helm, Terminix Laokita Rangers continues to lead from 8 games, 20 points plundered. Defence Force FC also on 20 points. Police FC, who were beaten by the Defence Force on Friday, they maintain 3rd spot, while it's Deportivo Point Forting moving up into 4th, just sliding Canupia FC down 1 spot. AC Port of Spain in 6th, Real Westfort in 7th, and rounding up the table in this 10-team competition, Moruga FC still yet to earn a point in this competition.
Let's take a look at the teams at this time. For Central FC, Keston Aberdeen is between the sticks. Fenice Thompson, Leandro da Costa, Keegan Farrier, Jokul Pierre, Leonardo da Costa, Romario Burke, Jabari Bastaldo, Keyshawn St. Rose, the captain, Javon Thomas, and Tario Mulrain make up their starting 11.
Central Soccer World have driven a change in themselves. Diego Suarez, the Colombian goalkeeper, starts in between the sticks today. Ryan Frederick, their captain, will lead the attack. Anthony Paris will be crucial to any fortunes going forward in that midfield area, while Kemriel Rivers, Moses Chaikaran, Simon Joseph, Tariq Andrews, Andre Nicholas, Mikhail Alexander, Jason Joseph, and Leroy Wiley will round off their starting 11 today's Central Soccer World. So from the St. James Barracks, it promises to be an enticing affair between these two centrally based units. Central Soccer World taking on Central FC. It's the Ascension Tournament of Trinidad and Tobago. We'll take a quick break and come back with kickoff.
What is television? It seems like a simple question, but television means different things to different people. We in the Caribbean are very unique people. That's why we need unique television. Welcome to M&E TV, where we showcase our lives in the Caribbean. M&E TV is about us, the special way we talk, the way we walk, dance, move. M&E TV is about me. It's about you. M&E TV is about our amazing Caribbean experience.
We're back here at the police barracks in St. James for the final match of this match day. There have been 7 games played so far by these teams. Today's their 8th. As we see the referees walking out, Nikolai Nyron will lead with the whistle. Sash Ramroop, Jordan Cox, and Rashmi McPhee will support him.
Yes, Jovan, of course, we've seen so far in these derby matches, the assistants and the referee certainly having an understanding and a feel for what the tempo of these matches tend to bring. And hopefully it will be the same this afternoon. Referee Nyron leading his men out, including, as mentioned, assistant referee 1 Sash Ramroop and assistant referee 2 Jordan Cox. And the man with the more administrative side of duties this afternoon, Rashmi McPhee. Central FC will be donned in all yellow with that blue trim, and opposing them will be the Central Soccer World team in that red and black strip from the St. James Barracks this afternoon.
Yeah, 2 really promising sides. Haven't really lived up to their potential so far in the tournament. Looking to start afresh just before the end of the first round of this Ascension Football League. They'll, of course, have a break after that to gather their thoughts and figure out the way that they want to approach the second round in the tournament. So an important day for both of them. Need to end this first round strongly. Try to drag themselves out of the cellar of this Ascension standings.
Captains meet at the center line. Ryan Frederick of Central Soccer World and Kishon St. Rose leading the Central FC team. And from the looks of things, it seems as though CSW, Central Soccer World, will be attacking from right to left on your screen. Central FC. Oh, and now they make the switch actually. So it's going to be the opposite. Central FC from right to left. Central Soccer World attacking from left to right. Or for a more geographically accurate description, Central Soccer World from south to north on this police barracks ground, and Central FC attacking the goal situated at the southern end of this facility. Certainly from last week to this week, the ground seems to be a bit better prepared, a lot more greenery, and certainly that will encourage players on either side to be able to express themselves as this 90 minutes unfold.
Yeah, it should really help them at moving the ball around a bit better. Have the faster players to get down the pitch a little more freely. We saw a couple of players were sticking on the surface last week. Came a little bogged down in certain areas. But the rain has been persistent over the last couple of days. Augurs well for a good football match this afternoon.
Certainly, I'll tell you though that the Central FC team have sort of reshuffled and rejigged their lineup. Kishon St. Rose, who is accustomed to leading the line, will play on the outside right this afternoon. And it's one of the Da Costa twins, Leonardo, charged with responsibilities in that number 9 position. Central Soccer World coming forward for Anthony Paris, opting to go back to Tyreek Andrews. Jason Joseph is into their starting 11 today in that deep-lying midfield role, allowing Mikel Alexander to go forward. That was Alexander on the ball there. CSW attempt to go forward, but now it's coming the other way. Da Costa, however, moved off of it by another player coming into the starting 11 for CSW, Andre Nicholas. It's Paris trying to spray a pass forward, asking Thompson to do some defensive work, and the player there, Wiley, allowing it to run out of touch for CSW's first corner kick this afternoon.
And a real good opportunity for them to sneak an early goal, CSW. They've had their struggles finding the back of the net. Just one in their last 3. For CSW, this ball goes to the last post. Eludes everyone in the red and black shirt. It will be a central goal kick.
1 goal from 3 matches certainly returns to cause some concern in that CSW front line. Of course, unable to turn it around last weekend against a depleted Police FC team down to 9 men. And CSW unable to really threaten after gaining that numerical advantage.
Yeah, they probably want to organize a little better this Sunday. They have to become much more clinical in the final third. The midfield needs to show the ideas, needs to really give the forwards a platform to help them find the back of the net. Ball going straight through to the central keeper. It's put back there by Keyshawn St. Rose, apologies.
So Central Soccer World attempting to build now. This is Jason Joseph on the ball. Gets it back from Michael Alexander, who's playing in a more advanced position this afternoon. Accustomed to sort of anchoring that midfield and holding play. This is St. Rose looking for Joko Pair. Cuts inside of his man. Still looking for the shooting opportunity before CSW get it away. Paris now to Alexander. To Joseph. He goes to ground. But this now is Simon Joseph. Into Jason. Looking to play one over the top for the run of Moses Jaikaran. Alexander. Good knocking and passing from the Central Sharks. Earning a throw-in down this left touchline. Javon Thomas advances. Keegan Farrier trying to set Leandro Da Costa free. As slight drizzle comes down here at the St. James Barracks. First chance for CSW, and lobbed effort from The man coming in there, Mikel Alexander, to no avail.
Certainly CSW do have the quality to get into those areas. They just need to find the finishes to match. That time not working out for Alexander. Central now with an opportunity from the throw on the far side. Will be Tario Mulrain. Flings it into the box. It's flicked on. Comes to nothing. It's the captain. Just encouraged there was Alexander to run at the man. Good energy so far from him. It's Joseph. Tyreek Andrews plays it all the way back with Jason Joseph once again. Cleared by Central. This can be an opportunity. Well marshaled there by the CSW defense.
So far, all the makings of something that can produce some goals for us this afternoon from the St. James Barracks. Central Soccer World moving forward, and on the previous occasion, Central FC also making some advancements. Here they are now, the Sharks. St. Rose gets it back to Mulrain, forcing some sturdy defensive efforts from the CSW team, that time through Kemuel Rivers.
Best seats in the house there. Quiet evening at Police Barracks compared to previous weeks that we've been here.
I suspect that because the usual home team is not in action this afternoon, the crowd's deciding to stay away. Certainly we saw a good attendance on Friday night at the Phase 2 La Hockey Ground as the forces met. The men of law against the men of war. But in the meantime, from the barracks, this is a chant, the first one in all earnest from Central FC, as that man Leandro da Costa was able to force a block, and it runs out of play for Central FC corner kick. And the rain comes down a bit heavier now at the St. James Barracks location. From a playing perspective, they will invite this downpour, while some around the venue scamper for shelter. Not too much at this barracks venue, one of the newest as far as local footballing facilities go. Similarly, these players will find it hard to hide themselves away as this game progresses.
Yeah, the referee encouraging teams to stay on their bench as well. Here comes CSW again. This is a intelligent ball right over the top. It's in the box again. with Alexander. Wins himself a corner.
I'll tell you one thing, Jovan, one man who is perhaps regretting his choice in where today would be the Central FC head coach, Ross Russell. Always well put together. And as the rain continues to come down, he certainly be wishing to perhaps change into some sweats.
Just as we will be hoping to change into some raincoats. Still Central and CSW look for an advantage in this match.
Here they are now through their captain, Ryan Frederick. Gets this one back to Jason Joseph, and inventive touch back to his defensive cover. Central FC come forward now. This is Juku Pair. Goes inside. He has on the outside of him Leonardo da Costa. He's through on goal. He gets a shot off, and a good save there by Diego Suarez before the clearance ricochets out of play for a Central Soccer World goal kick. Suarez, the man in picture, just admonishing his defense for allowing da Costa to make the progress that he did before that shot. Suarez, a former Colombia youth international. He's journeying to Trinidad and Tobago. Before the pandemic, I'm told, in search of an opportunity with W Connection. However, since the stalling of football locally due to the COVID-19 pandemic, he's since taken up residency with the Central Soccer World team and finds himself in the playing 11 today. St. Rose now to Burke. Burke gets it out to the other da Costa brother, Leonardo. But here comes Central Soccer World to Jason Joseph now. And then Paris looking ahead but unable to get the distance. Before Moses Jaikaran picks up the loose ball. He's through now and slips this one to Wiley, forcing a save on the near post from the Central FC starting custodian today, Keston Aberdeen. That chance there, keeping Aberdeen honest. Before the corner kick served in by Alexander and returned to him by Andre Nicholas, found him in an offside position.
That was much better from CSW. Chance that forced that corner. They have been encouraged, we were speaking about, to be more decisive in the final third.
CSW now. Paris finds Jason Joseph trying to slip through his captain, Ryan Frederick, before it's diligently allowed to run out of play by that Central FC defensive pairing of Thompson and Bastaldo.
This game not yet coming to life, but there could be some life yet. Here's Keyshawn St. Rose on the right side, looking for some space. That's an intelligent ball and a as we spoke about it.
Flick on nearer to our commentary position, opening up the space. St. Rose just turning this one around the corner, and there was Leonardo da Costa. As we look at the reverse angle here, timing his run and slipping it past Diego Suarez in that CSW goal.
Yes, St. Rose has been playing lone striker for a long while, but perhaps making a case for a more creative role in this central lineup, bringing this to life after just about 17 minutes played.
So that goal has certainly put Central FC onto the front foot, and they've shown a pep in their step. Is Keegan Faria. Thompson. Faria gets it back now. He look ahead toward Javon Thomas, but that pass cut out. But here's Faria again. He'll have a second opportunity to release Thomas. Thomas cuts inside his man nicely. This is a good position. And the goal scorer, Leonardo da Costa, trying to turn provider on that opportunity. Couldn't get his pass through to Thomas. But Central FC have certainly shown great confidence since taking the lead 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, and the complaints from the CSW bench are about their intensity. They just let Central stroll through their side there. That ball from Keyshawn St. Rose, unlocking the defense, much to the dismay of the CSW bench.
Central trying to come forward again. That time Mulrain in an advanced position, earning a corner kick to the Sharks. the Ascension tournament live from the St. James Barracks here this afternoon. Apologies for some technical difficulties being experienced, but we pick things back up in the 26th minute between Central FC leading in this one against Central Soccer World. The goal scored in the 17th minute by Leonardo da Costa. Central FC on the offensive again here, earning a corner kick. Mulrain is over to take it. Spotting the ball about now. And he'll have no less than 6 players in the penalty area to aim at. He can't pick out any of them. And this is Central Soccer World coming forward now. Moses Jaikaran. Back to Rivers, and he gets it forward, but it's coming the other way again. Romario Burke can't get a handle before Central Soccer will get it to Simon Joseph now. He also can't put it beyond Javon Thomas. He's trying to slip Kishon St. Rose through, but unsuccessfully so. And now it's Central Soccer World ball via this goal kick.
CSW number 10, just Jason Joseph just dawdling on the ball a bit. Still in the side, a free kick. It's over to Mulrain. My apologies, that was Andre Nicholas. It's a foul here at the top of the box. For CSW, opportunity for them to find a way back into this match.
Yeah, they've certainly not been as adventurous as the opening minutes of this match, and certainly more so as Central FC has taken a lead via that 17th minute goal scored by Leonardo da Costa. But Central Soccer World do have the quality and certainly would want to back themselves to be a bit braver as they come forward. This time from the free kick, it looks like it's going to be the left foot of Kemuel Rivers. Instead, he leaves it for Jason Joseph, and an easy save in the end by the man standing in between the sticks for Central FC today, Keston Aberdeen. Their regular number 1, Fakur Katibi, left out of today's starting 11. And so far his deputy has not done too badly. Simon Joseph gets this one into Wiley. Gets it back now, Joseph. Whips across in, and it just goes past everyone in red and black as well as in yellow. And out on that far side for a Central FC throw-in. This is Mulrain, the son of former Trinidad and Tobago international and captain Travis Mulrain. Certainly a midfield general in his own right, Travis. But today, his offspring, Tario, handling defensive duties in that right wing-back position for Central FC. Wiley. Simon Joseph now for Central Soccer World goes all the way back to Tyreek Andrews and forced even further back to Suarez. before a pass opens up to Andre Nicholas. This here now is Rivers. Paris in support. He'll look towards this far side with Andrews now stepping forward. He's looking to clip this one up towards Frederick. But the defensive header won by Central FC, and Javon Thomas eventually able to earn his team a throw-in. And now is Leonardo da Costa, out-jumped by Tyreek Andrews. Central FC trying to play it out of the back, and on that occasion the foul pass was a bit too strong. Here they come again now through Paris, Central Soccer World, getting this one into Jason Joseph. He spreads it to Jaikaran. Jaikaran with the early cross. It's going to come to Wiley, and he lays it back to Jason Joseph. Encouraging signs there from Central Soccer World before that effort by Jason Joseph goes high and over.
Yeah, much more positive from CSW, giving Central FC something to think about at long last. Very patient as well from Wiley. Could have had a shot himself. Beginning to come into their own, this CSW team. They trail to an 18th minute Leonardo da Costa goal.
Good defensive effort there by Javon Thomas. Central Soccer World advancing now. This is a poor touch from Jason Joseph. He leaves the throw in to Simon. Instead, no, he takes it himself now. It's back with Andrews. Andre Nicholas now, and he'll look serving the scene ahead. Option said to get this one to Andrews, and it's now with Paris. Paris will go back to Andrews. Andrews will try to swing this one over. Backpedaling there is Aberdeen before making a routine collection. Central FC certainly comfortable at this point in time, as the CSW team are unable to really make any positive advancements. Leonardo da Costa now gets this one to Faria. Good ball forward to Burke. And he has Joko Pair in support, who also has support on the outside right. Comes inside instead and can't get it into the feet of St. Rose. Central Soccer World bringing it forward. This is Joseph. On the outside of him is Wiley. Gets it now. Good service here. Could force a chance. And the cross was good enough. But it's Ryan Frederick unable to get a touch towards goal, instead having to settle for a corner kick. Rivers comes over. Into the arms of Aberdeen was that kick. And he's trying to get the attack going now to St. Rose. St. Rose will take his man on. This is Keyshawn St. Rose arriving now on the far side is Leonardo da Costa, but St. Rose can pick him out, but it's still alive. This is Romario Burke trying to chase down the ricochet, and instead Diego Suarez able to come forward and collect. It's beginning to become a end-to-end now. CSW on the attack. Moses Chaikaran looks up, tries to play a low cross in to find Frederick, but it's turned away by Thompson, and now here come Central FC Joe Colpier, skillful player, finds Burke, and Burke now looking to the overlap of Leandro da Costa. This is back to Keegan Faria, and he's trying to just turn one in, but the Central FC attack stagnant. So, an exciting passage of play. Both teams advancing themselves into good positions, but unable to find that final ball to affect this afternoon's scoreline. Moving on to 37 minutes played, it's 1-0 in favor of Central FC, with Central Soccer World looking to mount a response. That time, the cross coming in from Simon Joseph met firmly at the near stick by Thompson.
Yeah, finally the match we expected. Both teams, of course, chasing points. CSW chasing the game. This short corner comes around. Headed wide. Just wide there.
Michael Alexander. He was in space that he didn't account for. And certainly the Central FC defense would want to take stock of their man marking on that occasion. Alexander, though, unable to put them to the sword with his headed effort, which went wide of the mark and resulting in this Central FC goal kick.
Here's Alexander again. Well taken out by Mulrain. He gives it away. It's back the other way.
Here's Wiley with the shot. He's gone over to that left side with the intention of cutting into his right, dipping his shoulder and trying to get a shot on target that time. So the first half nearing its conclusion. Just over 7 minutes remaining. This is Keegan Faria with a brilliant ball trying to pick out Leandro da Costa. He went down asking for a foul. Referee Nikolai Nyron in disagreement. And so it's Central Soccer World ball. They come forward. This is Paris. Frederick. On the outside is Jason Joseph. You need a good cross. It's good enough. And there in the midst of it all is Alexander. His second headed attempt in a matter of 3 minutes. But once again unable to get the direction desired. And it's Aberdeen making a clean collection.
Yeah, in that sequence, both leaders, St. Rose and Frederick, showing the effect that they can have in this match. Frederick really inspiring his team to play better and faster, a little more invention, as they continue to search for an equalizer against Central FC. Ball is cleared by Da Costa. Doing the job on the defensive end.
He's since rotated position, the goal scorer, Leonardo da Costa, with Kishon St. Rose. In the meantime, though, Central Soccer World forced into an early substitution. First half change sees Simon Joseph exiting the field of play, and in his stead, Nathan Cador. Enters. Seems to have maybe tweaked a muscle. Joseph forcing that substitution. Here now is Cador trying to link with Jaikaran. Jaikaran diligently working backwards, and he's heading forward now, and that's a classy bit of defending there by Thompson, just marshalling Jaikaran off of it and snuffing out any danger that may have been lurking.
Yeah, Jaikaran a bit too casual on that occasion. They are a goal behind. Felt he needed to take the game by the scruff in that moment. Here's another chance. Here's Frederick. Oh, and that touch just lets him down. Ball rolls all the way to Aberdeen. Another great ball across field.
This is Wiley trying to free himself, but unable to do so to the effect of having a more powerful shot at Aberdeen in the Central FC goal post. We're told that the substitution just witnessed for Central Soccer World was more tactical than forced. The player coming off, Simon Joseph, perhaps not offering as much as they wanted coming forward, as that time the final ball was lacking from Wiley. But they come forward again now. CSW, this is Kemuel Rivers. He's hustled off of it by the combination of Faria and Pear. Faria again has to do some defensive mopping up. Paris has Andrews coming forward. Andrews trying to pick out Jaikaran. Instead, it's Central FC coming forward now. This is the Andrew da Costa. Fancy footwork, gets it back to Burke, who will use Thomas now in support. Da Costa again. Jaikaran into the wars. Central FC looking fairly comfortable at this stage with their 1-0 advantage as we approach the end of the first half. Anytime now, fourth official McPhee will indicate any additional time, and he's telling us now that there will be none to end this first half. And really and truly, there have not been any significant stoppages to warrant additional time. So seconds left on the clock in this first half. It sees Central FC with a 1-0 lead. Central Soccer World attempting to address that. But as the seconds wind down, it seems more and more unlikely unless like Alexander could have gotten off a shot that time, and he doesn't. That's the whistle to end this first half from referee Nikolai Nyron. It sees Central FC in a 1-0 advantage over Central Soccer World in this derby of Central teams in this Ascension tournament of Trinidad and Tobago, Matchweek 8, from the St. James Barracks. It promises to really open up in that second half. And certainly, Jovan, it leaves us really looking forward to what's to come.
Yeah, a great first half there from both of these teams. We'll show you all the highlights from the first half after this short break.
The situation we have here is that these characters, and I refer to them as pests, right? What they are doing is destroying our country, but not on my watch. No street, no turf, no block shall belong to these cockroaches, right? It's no longer business as usual. Happy hour is over. If they don't fear God, at least they will fear Terminix.
Have you considered how your methods could impact on pests across the country?
I find we look after the rights of pests as opposed to the rights of the 1.3 million law-abiding citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. I wonder if Roach Ladden's son come here for Carnival, if you'll interview him, eh?
But how can you defend one shot, one kill?
What? You want me to throw a pillow at him?
I didn't say that.
No, well, if a roach jumps in front of you now, what will you do?
Run.
Oh, Jesus, Lord Father.
Pests bothering you? Call Terminix at 672-5007 or 672-0042 or visit our website at terminix.co.tt for a free quote and consultation. Join our fight against pests.
What is television? It seems like a simple question, but television means different things to different people. We in the Caribbean are very unique people. That's why we need unique television. Welcome to M&E TV, where we showcase our lives in the Caribbean. M&E TV is about us, the special way we talk, the way we walk, dance, move. M&E TV is about me. It's about you. M&E TV is about our amazing Caribbean experience.
Floodlights are on at the police barracks as we approach the second half of this match between Central FC and Central Soccer World, team known as CSW. There we see the coaches going through their halftime team talks. Central in your foreground. Let's look at the highlights so far in this match. CSW, a couple opportunities early on. That one just put over by Mikel Alexander, scuffed into midair. Central came the other way and went wide from that man, Faria. Another save here. Faria again bearing down goal. Good save from Diego Suarez. The ball was just wide of the goal. Aberdeen making sure, but then came the goal. Captain finding one of the Da Costa brothers, Leonardo Da Costa, apologies. That ball from Keishon St. Rose, unlocking the defense and rolled into the final post, into the last post. Good touch there from the Da Costa brother. Opportunity for CSW going begging. Aberdeen clutching that one. This corner from Mulrain almost put into his own goal by the CSW defender. This free kick was well saved, well spotted by Aberdeen. Another CSW chance. This ball across the field from Wiley, going over from Jason Joseph. And we see it again. Wiley with good eyes to spot Joseph arriving late. But he wasn't able to get it on target. And so at halftime, the score stands at 1-0 to Central FC, the Sharks. There in your foreground in the yellow kit. We'll be back with second half.
Freight Maritime Limited, the best in marina services. At our facilities, security checks ensures that all vehicles are secured. Our newly renovated bathrooms are always kept in a clean working order. Need repairs and maintenance? We have you covered. Our qualified workmen will get the job done. Boat storages, from our marina, you can easily push off for a family sailing trip. Out fishing with the boys. Or a fun DDI experience with friends. Repairs, secured parking, extensive camera system, boat charters, boat rentals, down the island parties. Contact us at 1-868-634-1653. Lasso Freight Maritime Limited, the best in marina services. Life's better on a boat.
There's a taste in the air everywhere. Feel the vibe, cause it's something to share. Smooth, rich and creamy, you'll find it right here. Makes you smile, relax a while, it's fun and good cheer. Ooh, enjoy every scoop. Ooh, every taste will get you hooked. We have flavors that you love, a combination special. Come along, enjoy our treats. This is Uncle Pete's.
The fact that they ask the questions, those challenging questions that no other media house would ask. To, shed light on those things that are in the dark, those stories that no one else wants to cover.
I grew up reading The Guardian, actually. It's a household name.
About The Guardian, one thing that I like, the human interest stories have increased.
See the investigative pieces on the human trafficking. I find that very interesting.
You go more in depth
on sports, especially local sports, and that's one of my highlights for The Guardian.
Yeah, I've been in Ghats and The Guardian started coming out, started working. I was a newspaper man.
Because the stories that are being covered are well detailed and you get more facts.
At this point in time, I really like the Spanish section.
I'm glad I like it. Like to know everything, what is going on with us.
Also, I think the editorials, I think they're doing a good job on this speaking in truths, and they're challenging the government to make things better.
Me in particular, of recently, the last 2-3 months, I've been reading The Guardian. I'm seeing a lot of news about the neighborhoods and the communities, and I even saw my community featured, and I was proud.
The Guardian.
The Guardian?
Guardian.
Trinidad Guardian.
The Guardian.
The Guardian.
Trinidad Guardian. The Guardian is my first choice.
What is television? It seems like a simple question, but television means different things to different people. We in the Caribbean are very unique people. That's why we need unique television. Welcome to M&E TV, where we showcase our lives in the Caribbean. M&E TV is about us, the special way we talk, the way we walk, dance, move. M&E TV is about me. It's about you. M&E TV is about our amazing Caribbean experience.
We are the fourth estate. We educate, we inform, and we hold those in authority, politicians, business leaders, and others to account.
Connecting the public to the truth drives our purpose here at CNC3. When we stand behind a desk every single night, a lot of people don't know that we're a huge part of the news process. We eat, breathe, and sleep news. And that reflects in everything that we do as a news team.
Every day we tell the stories of people's journey through life. Stories of their success, stories of their sadness, stories of their grief, stories of their glory. We're the mirror in which society looks at itself.
When a storm is coming, everyone always thinks worst case scenario, and sometimes it may just be a brief shower or two. It's not always going to be a green veil level event. So it's important to have the most credible and accurate information coming from a verified source.
Welcome, you're watching the 7 o'clock news on CNC3.
Second half action about to begin here from the St. James Barracks on this cool Sunday afternoon. It's sCentral FC against sCentral Soccer World in the Ascension tournament of Trinidad and Tobago. The sCentral FC team with a 1-0 lead, thanks to an 18th minute item scored by Leonardo da Costa. sCentral Soccer World will have 45 minutes to respond to try to bring themselves back on a level playing field, and perhaps even go on to snatch all 3 points from this encounter. Both teams just putting themselves through the final pep talks ahead of this second period. 45 minutes promising to explode here from the St. James Barracks, between two teams needing 3 points in order to improve their position in the Ascension tournament standings. sCentral Soccer World readying 2 substitutions to start this period of play. In Nicholas Dillon and Theophilus Bourne, and the players leaving the field, Mikhail Alexander and Moses Jaikaran. Referee Nikolai Nyron expected soon to resume play in this one. As we see on the ball, the goal scorer Leonardo da Costa from sCentral FC, hoping that he could have further influence on this encounter. Certainly it's a positive effect on the outcome for sCentral FC. sCentral FC now coming forward. This is the man on the ball, Jill Cole-Pair, ahead of him, trying to pick out St. Rose. Unable to connect on that occasion. Here's Nicholas Dillon, one of two substitutes for Central Soccer World to start this second half. Repelled as far as Anthony Paris. Surging run forward by the first half substitute, Nathan Kador.
CSW have an opportunity here. This cross, it's too flat. Dealt with well eventually by the central defense. Javon Thomas just putting it over that long circular road fence. So another ball inside, searching. Well claimed by Aberdeen. Costing him a knock to his side, it looks like. He'll receive some treatment.
As we see the ever-faithful magic spray being applied to the side there of Aberdeen. Here's why. Floated ball in from Andrews, and Dillon was thinking about the bicycle before Aberdeen snatched it out of the air and perhaps caught some late contact there from Nicholas Dillon. You know, Central FC coming forward through Wiley. Central Soccer World rather, and Central FC bring it away. For Andrews steps in. Still going is Andrews, a tough tackler is he. So far good positive intent from Central Soccer World. That was really a really casual pass from Andrews, but he wins it back, gets it now to Paris. On the outside of him is Joseph. Goes instead to Wiley, who tries to help it on to Frederick. It comes instead to Nicholas Dillon. Shot will come in from Wiley, and a good save, but it's still alive, and that's the goal. The equalizing item scored by Ryan Frederick. Central Soccer World drawing themselves level at 1 apiece. They were queuing up in the penalty area, in and around the 6-yard area there. And after the initial save by Aberdeen, as we saw coming in, the shot coming in from Wiley, Central FC couldn't get it away that time. Jalmilia Mulrain, and on spot to stick it in was Frederick, the Central Soccer World captain.
Yeah, good poacher's effort there from Frederick. Man charged with leading from the front, doing his duty here at the St. James Barracks to restore parity in this match between these central teams. Great start to the second half for CSW, and this ball is searching again. Just goes into touch there.
Anthony Paris that time trying to pick out the run on the far side of Wiley. And Central Soccer World certainly feeling themselves, and that's a shot coming in from Nicholas Dillon. He apologizes immediately as he had options to his right and left. But certainly they won't begrudge him that opportunity as they begin to wax warm Central Soccer World, having pulled a goal back just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, and the CSW bench was shouting instructions for most of the first half. They finally got the message through. CSW looking a different side in this second half so far.
They'll have some defending to do. That's an intelligent ball from Kishon Sid Rose, and a good cross by the goal scorer. Leonardo looking to introduce Leandro da Costa, his brother, cutting in from the left flank. So almost a family affair as Central FC seek out a second lead in this game. Javon Thomas to take care of this corner kick. Whips it in towards Leandro da Costa. Free header at the back stick as Diego Suarez tried and failed to make any contact. Here now, Central Soccer World. Jason Joseph looking for the overlap of Cador. Cut out on that occasion by Javon Thomas. Central Soccer World, far side approach play. The cross comes in and Ryan Frederick trying to get a shot onto it. So too was Bourne, and this will be Paris. Appeals for handball. Wiley. The shots are coming in at a rapid pace now. Central FC doing the due diligence for the time being. They'll certainly welcome this opportunity for a breather after several shots will require the attention of their defenders on that occasion.
Yeah, a bit of last chance saloon there from Central FC to weather the storm from CSW. Much more positive from them. CSW being made to, Central FC being made to work for the points this afternoon.
Emilia Morin onto the head of Leonardo da Costa, unable to get the purchase he was looking for to flick that one on. And now here comes Central Soccer World. Andrews to Paris. Coming deep is Wiley into Frederick now, and he has on the outside of him Cador for support. Central FC gets this one away for a CSW corner kick. Taking charge is Jason Joseph. Trying to pick out the Central Soccer World head. Met by Central FC instead and eventually reshuffled now to Joseph. Good ball. More appeals for a handball as Frederick tried to get the contact at the near post before it's run out of play by Theophilus Bourne.
Yeah, and referee Nyron just on spot. Right on spot. Good positioning from him to wave away that appeal. Joko pair with good feet.
Good exchange there between Wiley and Dillon. Wiley gets it back to Dillon. Paris now, and he's forced to just get it away to safety as he was being hustled by St. Rose on that occasion, and now it's Central Soccer World coming forward, searching for their first lead in this encounter.
And so far, looking more likely to find the next goal in this match. Central FC.
Andrews will reshuffle this one to Paris now. And a good ball coming in onto the head of the goal scorer, Ryan Frederick. He can't get the direction though, and it bounces harmlessly out of play, for much to the relief of the Central FC defense. So we've seen Central Soccer World coming to their own to start this second half. They trailed 1-0 at the break, and certainly have been able to find something that gives them the encouragement and the impetus to move forward in this one. Central FC now. This is Joko. Joko Pierre with a good shot across. I'm not sure if that was a shot or a cross. It got onto the head of Leandro da Costa, however, and he couldn't beat Suarez.
Yeah, so Central just biting back the Sharks. They've been under it for a little bit. It could be under it some more. Here's Dillon. Good work from him. Frederick. And that's a penalty. Did say it looked like CSW would be the team to score the next goal. As the referee Nikolai Nyron calls for the medics, Frederick certainly sacrificing for the team. Great work by Dillon. Just keep carving it out. Aberdeen really too late there for the referee's liking. Gets a piece of Frederick, and that will be a penalty for them.
Must say, great advantage played by referee Nyron, as it seemed Dillon was brought down early in the play, but he was able to get it forward to his captain Frederick, who made progress into the penalty area before he was brought down by Aberdeen, resulting in a 59th minute penalty to Central Soccer World.
And all kudos to the CSW bench. Dillon has been a breath of fresh air for them. He was involved in that first goal, and again factoring in the second, potentially. This is Kemuel Rivers.
He's been the go-to man for their set pieces, and they've entrusted him with the responsibility of this penalty kick, which can potentially earn Central Soccer World a lead in this encounter for the first time this afternoon. And it's a confident finish by Kemuel Rivers, making it 2-1 in favor of Central Soccer World over Central FC. Also, his attempt So referee Nyron, just before restarting this encounter, trots over to his fourth official, perhaps inquiring about some tie straps. Instead, it's Trevor Nottingham, former Defence Force shotstopper and W connection man, who will head over, and here's why. As we saw clearly, the ball did go into the goal from Rivers' penalty kick, but it went through the side netting. There seemed to be a hole in the net. Brief stoppage to attend to that. Some repair works being carried out by Nottingham.
CSW with a moment to relish the lead. Central to collect their thoughts. It's been a game of two halves so far. Within 11 minutes, CSW taking the lead in this one. Goals from Ryan Frederick and Kemuel Rivers. Have Central on the back foot.
A bit over enthusiastic was Nicholas Dillon on that attempt, resulting in a Central FC free kick on that far side. Javon Thomas calling over Mulrain, his opposite wing back. Thomas with the free kick, headed away by the CSW defense. Theophilus Bourne trying to bring it away, but he's stopped by Jukul Pear. Faria now earns another Central FC free kick, this time in a much better position. Certainly Javon Thomas will once again be encouraged to come on over and have a crack. Here's Thomas. That, the less said about that attempt, the better.
Central have trailed on a couple occasions in this tournament. One thing about them, they keep their heads down, keep plowing, keep doing the things that they're supposed to do. They have to recover. They may have misjudged the way that Central Soccer World would have come back out. Certainly a better showing for them. The enthusiasm, as you observed earlier, of Nicholas Dillon paying dividends for CSW. 66th minute. Spoiled for Keyshawn St. Rose, taken away by Cador, all the way back to Suarez. To Rivers, Dillon again, but just too high there for the referee's liking.
So Central FC ringing some changes. They've introduced Jerick Williams into the midfield as a replacement for Joko Pe, and one of their most willing runners so far this season, Miguel Williams, also brought in to replace Javon Thomas. Central Soccer World, after trailing as early as the 18th minute, coming forward, or attempting to anyway, to see if they can add to what is their first lead of this afternoon. Their goals scored by Ryan Frederick in the 59th and Camille Rivers in the 64th.
That play was well built, but final ball there from Keyshawn St. Rose, just not finding his target. There's Frederick, his opposite number, to Dillon. It's a good ball, looking for Wiley. It's back across here for Bourne. Oh, and just wide there off the target from Wiley. Once again, CSW's intensity bringing them to the doorstep.
Yeah, I think that was a really encouraging passage of play there for CSW. Certainly looking now with that 2-1 lead as though they can add to it. But here comes Miguel Williams on a surging charge forward before he runs out of space on that far side. And I think from the indications that we just saw in the previous attack mounted by Central Soccer World, they're certainly more confident than they were in the first half. The introduction of Dillon and Bourne has certainly given them a lift.
Those voices you hear come from the CSW bench. Pushing their team forward, and here's another chance.
Great effort there from Jason Joseph, forcing the save from Aberdeen. And again, Central Soccer World just lifted by the quick double that they've scored in this second half. And on that occasion, looking to triple up was Jason Joseph.
Dillon in your picture there. And then Bourne. Two very inspired substitutions for CSW. Beating that man Aberdeen on 2 occasions so far.
So it comes all the way back out to Paris. He'll have a shot for Central FC, able to get it clear more conclusively. It's coming back their way though. Central FC trying to regain their footing in this one. Remember they led in the 18th minute. A goal scored by one of the Costa brothers, Leonardo. He was in the challenge that time, losing out. He's down and he's calling for some attention. Seems as though he just landed awkwardly. And the pain is too much to bear. Looks like a calf muscle injury.
Maybe a spot of cramp. It's okay. Back on his feet, the goal scorer. Certainly has worked himself ragged for this Central team this afternoon.
Approaching 15 minutes left in this one. Central Soccer World with a 2-1 advantage over Central FC. And here we see just exactly what happened with Leonardo da Costa as he went up. He just landed awkwardly, maybe hyperextended. Challenging for that aerial ball. Here's Nicholas Dillon now. Back to Rivers. Picked out by Aberdeen. So moving into the final phase of this one, 15 minutes thereabouts remaining on the clock. On the balance of play, Jovan, your thoughts on, I guess, what Central FC might need to do to get themselves back into this one?
I think they need to get over the shell shock of what looks to be a new CSW team in the second half. Certainly an inspirational halftime team talk. By the looks of it, have CSW in the ascendancy. But Central have shown their quality this afternoon. They will need to focus a little bit more, play the football that they can play, have played in this match so far. But they'll have to work very hard against a reinvigorated CSW.
Reinvigorated indeed, Central Soccer World. Opts for the long throw in this time of Mulrain. This one comes back out to Faria. He could have a crack. He does have a crack. But he drags that shot wide via deflection. And it's going to be a Central FC corner kick. To be swung in by Jalminia Mulrain. Good looking delivery. Near post flick, evading St. Rose on the far post, and he still has possession. St. Rose driving his cross in. And Central Soccer will able to get it away.
Yeah, brilliant stuff there from St. Rose. Just not able to find one of his teammates. Central captain. As they prepare two substitutes.
The players making their entries, Dorian Sampson, number 7, and Shem Clausel, number 20. The players out: Leonardo da Costa, the Central FC goal scorer, and Romario Burke. So good ball, seeking to send Sampson on his way for his first involvement as a second half substitute. Good throw in there by Mulray, but Miguel Williams unable to bring it down, and Suarez clutches it tightly. Here's Keegan Farrier driving Central FC forward before he's checked off of it by Tyreek Andrews.
Yeah, Central know they have to get their act together in these dying moments of this match. And the subs showing their intent. Clausel has a couple tricks in his locker. Can pass the ball very well.
For now, though, they have a free kick just about 25 yards out. Mulrain is in attendance, so too is Tariq Williams. Eventually, Williams able to outrank the Central right back, but he drives his free kick into the wall. Retrieves it now, though. Tariq Williams plays Miguel Williams in along the left flank.
Golden opportunity here. Great run down the right side, down the left. The captain has been a hero for them this season already. Unable to find the right side of the post.
Certainly been more clinical in previous encounters. St. Rose that somehow maybe rushed his shot. See Central FC continue to trail as Central Soccer will come forward now. That's a good ball from Rivers to Dillon. Dillon returns the favor. Or rather, that is Aberdeen just taking some luxuries that time. Just managing to escape Dillon, who was pressing for possession. But here now come Central Soccer will again. And that's Bourne's cross. Eventually handled by Aberdeen. Central FC come forward now. This is Clausel. Clausel looking to switch the side. And if you see an extra body, you can guarantee that it's not a player. As a four-legged companion. Makes his retreat now.
Certainly in an offside position.
Or maybe offering defensive cover. Depends on how you look at it.
Either way, he's made his exit.
Cameo if there ever was one. As we saw that cross coming in, aimed at St. Rose, looking at the back post, and Rivers had to get something onto it. He did in the end, and it's going to be a corner kick for Central FC. Yet another in this second half to be overseen by Jamelia Monrain. Just about eight minutes left. Gets a good delivery in and a good header onto it. There was the substitute, Dorian Sampson.
Yeah, good look at goal there from Sampson. Well taken corner, just wide of that right stick. Suarez wipes his brow. It's his ball back upfield. It's Clausel to St. Rose.
Mulreen trying to play it forward. It's cut out by Rivers. He's had a really excellent game. Rivers in that left back position. He has a goal to show for his efforts by the penalty spot. Here now is a Central Soccer World substitution. The man coming off of the field, Jason Joseph, to be replaced by Keelan Burnett. So he's brought on to shore up the midfield from a more defensive position.
A bit of desperation just seeping into the Central team. They're not the kind of squad that has panicked this season, despite how hard it's been for them. But it must be a cruel feeling being on top at the end of the first half. And within 11 minutes, trailing the CSW side. They do have just over 6 minutes to make amends. But here comes CSW again. Here's Dillon, looking for an option.
Good hold up play. Gets it back to the substitute Burnett, who's urging his surrounding players to compose themselves, and looking for the foul that time. Looking for the foul that time was Nathan Kador. For Sampson had straight offside for Central FC.
There's a robust debate on the sidelines about if that was a call or not. It includes the fourth official.
It looked a bit suspicious from where we stand.
We don't have the whistle at this point.
This is good play from CSW before the final attempt by Wiley. As we saw Paris and Bourne exchanging passes down this left-hand flank before the square ball to Wiley. And really that was a wild final attempt. High over the crossbar of young Aberdeen. As we look at it once more, this was good work to maneuver into a shooting position, and then just when he needed to at least just put it on target, he couldn't. Central FC bring it forward now. This is Williams, Miguel Williams. Good switch of play to Jarick Williams, but he loses out to Rivers before Faria wins back possession for Central FC, and then they return it to CSW. Dylan now gets it up to a good shot coming in from the TNT International after exchanging passes clinically there with his teammate.
Yeah, Dylan, for me, has really been the difference in those key areas, chasing down every ball, eventually finding his teammates, despite immense amounts of pressure from the Central defense. On the other end, Kemuel Rivers has also been a hero for them.
See the CSW attack fizzling out. Kador couldn't direct his pass to a teammate. And here come now CFC before the intervention of Rivers. Ever assured in that Central Soccer World defensive line.
Certainly evergreen Kemuel Rivers this evening.
So just about a minute and a half remaining in regulation play. Central FC trailing Central Soccer World, having led in the 18th minute. As we enter the final minute of play. Fourth official, McPhee, has indicated to us that there will be 3 minutes additional. 3 minutes for Central FC to try and regain footing. As a robust tackle there coming in from Dylan. Ooh. And a really dirty tackle coming in there from Clausel on the CSW skipper, Ryan Frederick.
Frederick coming all the way back to mix it up. Getting a kick for all his troubles.
As we see the high boot there of Clausel again. Guilty on 2 occasions within the past couple of minutes. But referee Nikolai Nyron has been really frugal with his cards this afternoon. And Clausel, despite being guilty on 2 occasions towards the end of this match, escapes further caution. He'll get off with a warning. Good game management, I feel, from referee Nyron. Understanding again that this is a derby and the robustness of the play will certainly be a main ingredient.
So CSW looking to see out this match. Jussie, how do you feel about the second half that we've watched here?
I think Central Soccer will certainly have done themselves justice in this second period to bring themselves back from a 1-0 deficit at the end of the first half. Everything they've gotten in this second half they've deserved. And that man leaving the field of play, Ryan Frederick, the skipper, has had his rewards as well. So just over a minute left in additional time, but it sees Central Soccer will still in the hunt as the cross comes in now from Dillon. Pounced upon here, the loose ball. Keelan Burnett though gives this one away, and now Central FC are on the charge. It's Keegan Faria. That attack comes to naught before we see some nifty footwork there by Nicholas Dillon. He's trying to hold up play. It's going to be a throw in on the far side to Central Soccer World as we approach the end of additional time. Safe to say that Central Soccer World has this one in the bag. 3 points from a losing position at the end of 45. And certainly good Sunday evening's shift. They'll have one final corner kick, which they, or rather a free kick, as we see the spray being applied by referee Nyron. They'll play it short and try to keep it in that corner as the seconds on the clock run out. And that is the final whistle from the St. James Barracks in this Central derby. Central Soccer World bringing themselves back with a virtuoso second half performance. Inspired by the substitutions made by the Central Soccer World technical staff, including the introduction of Nicholas Dillon. It sees them winning at the end of full time, 2-1 over Central FC. We'll have all of the reactions and highlights to come in this, the Ascension Tournament of Trinidad and Tobago, Matchweek 8. To bring down the curtains on this affair. It was Central FC making the greater impact in the first half, resulting there in the goal by Leonardo da Costa after their skipper Kishonson Rose slipped him through. Nifty finish from the man playing in the forward role for Central FC today, and of course receiving all the plaudits. But in the second half, Central Soccer World came forward. That time Wiley forcing the save, and on spot was their captain Ryan Frederick to slot in past Aberdeen in goal for Central FC. They continue to come forward, and that time forward ball between the Da Costa brothers, eventually seen off by the CSW defense. This match continued to offer chances until this moment in the second half, the 63rd minute. Dillon getting it forward to his captain, Ryan Frederick, who's brought down by Aberdeen, resulting in referee Nikolai Nyron pointing to the penalty spot. And from 12 yards out, Kemuel Rivers was assured, slotting it into the bottom corner to give Central Soccer World the lead for the very first time in this match. They never looked back, seeing this one off in the end. for a 2-1 win despite this great opportunity late on for Central FC to restore parity. Substitute Miguel Williams finding his skipper St. Rose on the back post, unable to turn it around into the goal. And again, despite some good looks on either side, it left Central FC hanging their heads as the Central Derby resulted in a 2-1 win for Central Soccer World. A complete turnaround in the second half. Certainly one to be proud about as they make the journey back down to Central Trinidad this evening. It brings the curtains down on match week 8 in this, the Ascension Tournament of Trinidad and Tobago from the St. James Barracks. Certainly things heating up as the first round in this Ascension Tournament comes to a close as well. We saw some really great action on Friday night at the Phase 2 Lahokita ground, including a 4-2 win for the Defence Force over the Police FC in what I like to term the men of law versus the men of war. And of course, a 1-1 draw between the league leaders, Terminix Lahokita Rangers and Kunupe FC last night at the Arima Velodrome. Another 2 goal-laden matches. AC Port of Spain winners 5-1 over their opponents, and then of course we saw Deportivo Point Fortin also coming away with a 4-0 shutout. But here at the St. James Barracks, it's once again Central Soccer World 2 versus Central FC 1. We'll turn you pitch side to hear closing reactions from either team.
Central FC coach Russ Russell. Coach, can you first give me your initial thoughts on this afternoon's game?
I think it was a well-fought game by my lads. I think they worked the butts off. I think we threw a lot of easy chances in the first half. We had full control of the first half. Second half, we was a little still in coming out, but I think it's a work in progress.
Yeah, to overdo the cliche, game of two halves. Can you tell me what about Central Soccer World's second half took you off guard? May have taken you off guard.
I think when they bring on the big guy called Coons, I think that's Dylan, I think he worked his butts off. I think he made some vital runs into the area, and he gave them some aerial height, to flick on and get the ball going. I think my guys didn't really deal with them as well. So, they get a lot of opportunity, a lot of spills, and I think that way they take over the game.
In previous matches, even though your team was behind, they did show the ability to keep their heads in the game and continue to play the kind of football that they wanted to. Can you tell me what happened this afternoon?
Well, this afternoon, I think by leading the first half 1-0, I was a little bit disappointed, I think, that Central come back and score on us. So I know as young guys, they need to be, a little more mature. They're working on it. I know I'm working up a few years with them. So I think, we'll get in the long run. We still have a long way to go. But, it's a work in progress, as I say, from start to say, it's a group of young guys, and they won't get it all right all the time. So it's just for us to go back to the drawing board and work again. One
more match in the first round. Are you looking forward to the second round of competition?
Yes, I am. I think what we did in the first rounds, we just had to put it behind us, and we had to work not to do it again, because you see the position we are in. We make a lot of silly mistakes in the earlies, and it's just to keep on working. The break will do us good, because we put our house in order.
Central FC coach Russ Russell, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
The thoughts of Russ Russell, the head coach of Central FC, looking ahead to the second round as they were unable to come away with the 3 points from the St. James Barracks this afternoon in the Central Derby against Central Soccer World. They were winners on the night, courtesy a second half turnaround to Central Soccer World. 3 points which will do them well in their aim to progress up the standings. We'll turn pitch side in just a moment to hear from the winning head coach.
Assistant coach for CSW, Brent Davertile. Mr. Davertile, can you tell me what kind of second half you instructed the players to have this afternoon?
Good night. Well,
You see, we had a poor first half in terms of not putting away our chances, not capitalizing on the opportunity we get. You understand? We had some guys who was a little fatigued in the first half, so we ended up making 1 or 2 adjustments, and the adjustments paid out well.
Speak to me about those subs that you made at the start of the second half. What were the instructions that they had?
Right, so bring on Nicholas Dillon and Theobald, right, to play attacking midfield and to play one of the third strikers, right. And the instructions we gave to them was to play more composed on the ball, make better decisions going forward, and when they get the opportunity, capitalize on the opportunity that they get.
Valuable 3 points this evening. Is that the way that CSW can play?
Yes, and much more better than that. You understand? Over the last couple of games, we've been letting poor mistakes, you understand, complacency get into it, and normal thing how it is go in football. You don't take your chances, and the other team will take their chances and punish you.
8 matches played so far. Is the side finally settled? Are you all ready for the second round?
Settled, not so much. Still working out on because we have plenty injuries, right? So we're working through it. Looking to on the next game, the next appointed game as with Cunupia, hoping is a better showing. You understand? And put it on and prepare for the next game, the next rounds coming up, and we should have a better and stronger second rounds.
Thank you very much, assistant coach for CSW, Brent Evertile.
Thank you. Good night.
So the thoughts there of Brent Evertile of Central Soccer World following their 2-1 win here, turnaround victory in the derby of Central teams, Central FC, their opponents this evening. Looking ahead to the second round, hoping to carry the momentum as this first round comes to an end with a potentially tough outing with another centrally based team in the near future for them, Cunupia FC, next weekend. So we'll see how things go for that Central Soccer World team. In the meantime, though, we turn things back pitch side to hear from the player of the match.
The match, Nicholas Dillon, the Central FC head coach, credited you with the performance that CSW had. How do you feel about your performance today?
I felt great, that I come on and help the team. Yeah.
What were the instructions? We know that you came on and you threw yourself behind the ball a lot. What were some of the instructions that you got?
Well, to be honest, the instruction was just to go and help the players, raise the intensity and just give them all. And I went out and did that.
How did you lift your players after the first half that you all had today?
Just talk to them, tell them, keep their head up, play, and everything will come together.
Does this win now put you all in a better position going into a match against Cunupia?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope we can take this momentum and go on to the next game, seeing that it's been a while we haven't won, so everything will be better in the camp. Yeah.
And talk to me about the mood in the camp. I know it's been a topsy-turvy season so far.
Yeah, it had little ups and downs, as no one liked losses. So, we had real challenges, but we came together and speak out everything. And, well, now, as you can see, everybody's on the same page at the moment.
All right, congratulations on the job well done. The player of the match, Nicholas Dillon.
Thank you very much.
And that's how we bring the curtain down on another exciting week of our Ascension tournament football from the Port of Spain, the police barracks here in St. James. We've had an exciting weekend, goals galore. Great performance we've seen from CSW this afternoon to come back from a goal down in the first half. Join us next week for another full weekend of action from venues in the east and west of Trinidad in the Ascension tournament.